I just wanted to say it's a privilege to be here and part of this beautiful program. I'm a retired educator. I've been retired for about 10 years. I had to think about that the other day. And though I am retired from teaching in a public school, I've held on to a program that I really care about a lot. And it's called Living Values Education. And actually, when you were talking about UNICEF, that was how it all started. UNICEF was interested in what Diane Tillman was writing a project that was connected actually with the Brahma Kumaris and a global vision of the future. And so this Living Values came out, and you can look it up on the web. It's a global project of educators who care about people of all ages being able to reflect on and explore and experience and share their own values, the things that they care about that live inside of them. And it's a very beautiful project, and it has opened itself to adults now and adult groups, businesses. It's a lovely program. I live in the foothills outside of Sacramento, and I've been married for 45 years. I that too. It's been a while. And we have 2 grown children and 2 grandchildren. We live, our children have grown and they're out of the house, but they're close enough so we get to see them for special occasions, or, the grandchildren come up to have a sleepover, those kinds of things. In terms of Raj Yoga, is I've been practicing Raj Yoga I'm in my 16th year. I came to Raj Yoga in an interesting way. I was having a deep desire to find spiritual truth at the time, and more and more so, and than ever. And I also had this pull to get closer to something I would call divine love. I felt that there was this divine love available, but I didn't know exactly how to connect with that. And so I thought to myself, well, I remember one evening in June, I thought, I have to go to India. I just have to. I know I've got to find this divine energy, and I'll probably find it there. So I was looking at booking a ticket to going to, I remember, Vrindavan. And I thought, for some reason in my mind, I thought, well, I think I'll check out what being saint, her name is Amma, what she's doing down in Kerala, which is in southern India. It's an ashram in the Bay Area, so go there sometimes and just kind of see what that was about. So I clicked on the web or the picture, and I looked at it, and I saw that there was this incredible being, and I read underneath, and there was Amma, and it said Raj Yogini Dadi Ratan Mohini of the Brahma Kumaris, giving Amma the picture of Shiva, the point of light. And honestly, the moment I saw her energy was so pure. I don't know how to describe that. there was just something about it that was so beautiful and lovely and clean that I thought, well, I have to find out who this is and who these people are. Plus, it said that part of her, what she was, she was a teacher of teachers, and I thought, well, she's a teacher too, and so I pretty quickly found out who the Brahma Kumaris were from friends, and was able to go to a center that wasn't too far. That was the beginning. And I remember the first time I went, they were having a special program, kind of like a retreat. And a lot of people, but when I walked in the door, it just felt so pure, like that feeling when I saw Dari Ratan Mohini. And I just felt like the energy was lifting me. And I remember having the thought, I found my home. It was just, I felt, oh, I found the place I've been looking for. So it's been a journey, and I was thinking to myself, journeys are wonderful. They're like climbing a mountain, and there are a lot of curves and shifts and things that you don't know that are coming. Some of them challenging, some of them very pleasurable and lovely. And the challenges are good too, because it makes us into masters eventually. So I just remember thinking that, yes, it is a journey. It's like climbing a mountain, but the whole idea is that we end up continuing going up and up and up. And that sometimes it takes time. When I think of this and I think of what I've learned in this practice and how that connects with my family, it makes me realize, or I thought about that it doesn't matter where you are, where you live. Each one of us has a unique purpose, a unique part, and each one is this sparkling, beautiful light inside the body. And we all have these virtues, the peace, the love, the joy, the happiness, wisdom inside of us. And we just need to ignite that. And so I found I can do that. We can do that in our home. The first thing I want to say in this, as far as family life, that I totally congratulate and appreciate my family for their, I would say sometimes, well, probably mostly my husband. The kids were always pretty okay about it, because they were going to college or starting their own families, and they adjusted quite beautifully. But for my husband, somebody who lived with for a long time, I guess life in a relationship is about change. And if we can't change, and if we can't get out of our comfort zones, then we're not going to change. And so I give him a lot of credit, a lot of appreciation for his tolerance and his ability to allow me to keep growing and changing on my spiritual journey. One of the things that was useful to me in the family, I was thinking of a quote I saw, I don't know where it is. It's supposedly a quote by the Buddha, who said, the greatest act of love is letting go. And I thought about that. I like that a lot, because I realized what I had to let go of was letting go of controlling people, thinking that people needed to be in any way, shape, or form like me. Because sometimes we don't even realize it, but we do that. And allowing that freedom for each individual in the family to be on their journey, to be on their path, to discover what they needed to discover. And so part of this is something I call the 5 C's. So letting go of controlling others and thinking that actually we can even control others. We can't. We can control our own thoughts. And this is really the power of what we can do. I can check and change a thought whenever I want. If something seems like it's going down, if I'm aware, as Vina had said, very aware of my thoughts, take a moment, stop, look at where they're going. And as I learn to be a master, I can shift the direction of that thought. And I can bring it up. I can bring it above this line. Sometimes I think of it as a line. I want to stay in a positive space. And as I practice this, I get better at it. And so I can stop, observe, and shift. And as I do that, and I practice doing that, the people around me, they may choose to do that too, especially if they're not feeling threatened or, like somebody's trying to tell them, like, bossy, like, you know better, because you don't really. You know what works for you. So controlling, I can let go and just control my own thoughts and not comparing each other, not comparing, well, this one's doing better, that one. I mean, this really falls into the educational field too. Children compare themselves. We don't need to do that. And we don't need to compete because it's impossible. Each one of us, as I learned in this study, is completely unique. We know that. We know that there can be twins and each twin is completely different. And so I stopped comparing and competing, which was a very deep, actually practice within my own family as I was growing up. I think it's fine to compete in sports, and that's healthy. But I found the best way to compete in sports is competing with myself to do better. Oh, can I do it better this time? Can I be better? And be more cooperative with those around me. So the other one, the other C was making comments or talking, gossiping about others, really going into waste and meaningless energy is lost. So I found that those were very helpful with myself and with the family. And I also found through time that I was gaining more confidence in trying things and doing things that I had not done before that were kind of scary. But, that's the whole idea, is to kind of go on the edge and jump off the cliff a little bit and try to get our wings to move and to start flying. And if we fall a little bit, it's okay. We just dust ourselves off and try to fly again. Giving more workshops and it was really an act of courage. I thought, okay, I'm going to try this. And so as I did, I just felt that maybe it gave others courage to do that too. And I also felt that as I was studying Raj Yoga and doing this meditation and going into a very simple practice of just being peace, being love, being respect, and just going deeply into that silence, I realized that I could trust myself more. Because I remember years ago, I felt like, well, I don't really completely trust myself. It's not like you don't, but it's like there's something inside that feels kind of like a wound, and a trust wound, and a feeling of, sometimes that you're good enough to do some of these things. And so I realized as I stepped out, using the silence, using the meditation, understanding the beauty of the soul, and the divine energy. And you can call it what you want, but there is a divine presence that we can learn to connect with. And this brings in that feeling of inner power, inner strength, that yes, I can do this. I can try it. I can take that courage. And so this was a huge thing for me to discover the love and the care and the power of the divine. And that all that divinity wanted to do was to give. That's all that the divine presence wants to do, is to give and give and give.